Hello, guys. Good evening.
Hello, sir.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. This is Olanyo.
Okay, so if you have any questions later, so you can interrupt me while doing the discussion. Okay, so let's start so we can finish after 40 minutes. Okay, so we are going to talk about the topic homogeneous differential equation. Okay, so this is part two of your topic for midterm since we have already discussed homogeneous functions. Okay, so you better review homogeneous functions, how to be able to determine if the given function is homogeneous or not. So now let's proceed to solving homogeneous differential equations. So basically, we are dealing now with first order differential equations, still um, under the topic equations of order one. So the second type is
Sir, wait po,
homogeneous
sir.
differential equation.
Sir,
Okay, so before, yes, any
sir.
question?
Pwede po ba screen record, sir? Pa-allow me.
Yes, I'm actually recording now. So we will be
Okay po.
posting this after the class.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Thank you
so
po.
as I have mentioned, this is a recorded class. So those who cannot attend this class can be able to access this since I will be posting this after. Okay, so going back to our discussion. So maybe you can read this words of inspiration from Galileo Galilei. So mathematics is the language in which God has written the universe. It's a reminder for us to um, be inspired always by mathematics, by what it gives us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's go to the homogeneous differential equation. So how do we know if an equation is homogeneous or not? So if you remember, um, the definition for homogeneity of a function. So that's one prerequisite here. So you must be able to know what homogeneous functions are. But in this case, so suppose that we have a first order differential equation. So can you see the mouse pointer here?
Yes, sir. See.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So suppose we have this first order differential equation in a form of m of x and y dx plus n x of y dy equal to 0. Okay, where m and n, so these are coefficients of dx and dy. So m, the coefficient of dx, and n, the coefficient of dy. So it says here that m and n are both homogeneous functions and are of the same degree in x and y. Since as you can see here that m is not a pure function of x or y alone, but actually either x or y. The same with n here. So this is actually a homogeneous differential equation. So it should satisfy the condition that these coefficients are homogeneous functions and of the same degree in x and y. Because we have a theorem in your book, if you have read it, says that if this function um, m, the coefficient m, and n are both homogeneous functions of the same degree, then the function, the ratio of this function is homogeneous of degree 0. So just imagine, if they are of the same degree, we put them in ratio. So for example, m over n, so here. So this is what I meant. So m over n. If they are of the same degree, so if you do the testing applying lambda, you can cancel lambda, right?
Yes, sir.
You remember? So canceling lambda. in this ratio means that the degree is what? So dahil wala nang presence yung lambda, degree 0 siya, right? You
Degrees.
remember? Di ba, makancel mo yung lambda, so wala nang lambda makikita. So if there's no lambda, it doesn't mean that the degree of the given function is um, wala kang masasabi na, na degree niya. Kundi applicable pa rin yung 0, di ba? So pag walang lambda, it means that the degree is 0. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Clear? Okay, so this the previous differential equation here was actually put into this form right here. So you can see that the ratio here is of degree 0. So by just looking at the equation actually, masasabi mo naman na homogeneous siya kapag yung m and n are homogeneous functions and of the same degree. Take note, kasi pag the same degree yan, automatic, the degree of the ratio is actually 0. Okay, clear?
Okay, sir.
Now let's move on to how do we solve this homogeneous differential equation. Okay, so in one of the theorems in your book written by Rainville and Bedient, so a theorem states that if f of xy is homogeneous of degree 0, if the function is of degree 0, okay, going back here, of degree 0, in x and y, then the given function is a function of y or x alone. So we can actually put this substitution here. Dahil nga, a function of y siya or x alone. Okay, so we will use this substitution. So we will let y equal to vx. So basically, we will introduce a new variable. Ano nakita niyo yung variable dito? V, right? So the function,
Yes, sir.
the given equation is actually of x and y variables. Since we have, we know now, diba, that a DE is homogeneous. So we can actually introduce a new variable here for us to be able to solve the equation and will lead us to a separable DE. So by doing
D and
this,
X.
yes, by doing this substitution, so ibig sabihin, papalitan natin yung isa sa mga variables. Like y will be replaced by the product v times x. Of course, if you are to replace y, ganun din yung differential niya, yung dy should be replaced then. Okay? So you take the derivative of this or differential. So we have y dy. For vx, so product rule lang, v dx plus x dv. Okay, so lahat ng y na makikita mo dun sa equation will be replaced by vx and dy will be replaced by this given function, okay? And it will lead us to a separable or variable separable, okay? The variables are separable. And of course, the resulting equation contains variables v and x. Wala ka na makitang y dun. Clear?
Yes, sir. Papalitan po yung Y.
Yes. Pwede rin naman that you can actually do the other way. Yung x naman yung papalitan mo. So basically, you let x equal to vy. So kunin mo din yung differential, yung dx. And the resulting equation contains variables v and y. So may tanong ba kayo? So ano yung mas convenient gamitin? Y ba? Replacing it by vx or x equal to vy? So it actually depends. There is convenience in solving equations, the homogeneous equations. So you can actually use y equal to vx kung mas maikse or there are few number of terms dun sa dy. You can use x kapag few number of terms. I'm referring to the coefficient, okay, if you can imagine. If there are few number of terms dun sa dx, you use x equal to vy. But if there are equal yung number of terms ng coefficient, so you can either use y or x. So usually y laging ginagamit kapag ka-equal lang yung number of terms. Okay, so I hope you follow. Now let's go to the next page. Now we can solve. We will solve this example. So unang example, I'll be showing you the testing. Okay, so next example mamaya. So rekta na dun sa substitution. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So in your solution later sa activity natin, you may or may not show the testing kung talaga bang homogeneous yung differential equation. Kasi through inspection, by just looking at the equation, okay, masasabi mo naman na homogeneous na kaagad siya. Provided na nag-satisfy yung condition na yung degree ng coefficients are the same and these are homogeneous functions. So walang problema sa mga polynomials kasi kayang-kaya mo makita kaagad, di ba, yung degree
Oh,
niya. Like this, right?
sir.
Yes?
Sir. By review po, di ba yung degree would mean yung number of times differentiate yung isang equation or variable?
It speaks to the exponent or power niya. Okay? Regardless
Degree.
kung anong variable. So, degree ng function na we're referring to a function. So, katulad nito, this function, look at this function lang. Don't look at the differential. X squared
Yes, sir.
minus xy plus y squared. So, this polynomial is a homogeneous function dahil sa yung degree nila ng bawat term ay the same. Ang degree nito? 2. Ang degree nito, so basically you add the exponents regardless kung anong variable siya. So 1 plus 1, 2 rin. So
Oh,
y squared. Okay, so as you noticed, 2, 2, 2, right? So if
yes, sir.
their degree are the same, then we consider this as homogeneous function. Sa pangalawa naman, xy lang, di ba? Product of x and y. So this is also a homogeneous function. Anong degree nito?
2, sir.
1 plus 1, 2. So, di ba itong xy is the coefficient of dy and this polynomial here is the coefficient of dx. Degree 2, ibig sabihin, homogeneous differential equation yan. Yun yung sinasabi ko na by inspection. If you are not satisfied, then you will do these steps. Okay? So, direkta ko na. Okay, so basically, gagawin lang natin, we put the ratio. Ano yung m? Yung m is the coefficient of dx. And n is the coefficient of dy. So you put them into ratio. And then dapat degree 0 yung kalalabasan. Follow? Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
for
Degrees.
ito yung function na sinasabi ko, that this function is homogeneous siya of degree 0. Tapos, this is a function of y or x alone kapag na-prove natin na degree 0 siya. Okay, so copying m, which is this one, so you put it in here. N is xy, so you may or may put the negative sign there. Hindi naman natin tignan yung sign mamaya. So we are looking at the degree of the lambda. Okay? So ano yung ginagawa natin sa testing? We replace x by lambda x and y by lambda y. So lahat ng variables na makita mo dyan, replace mo na dito. So in here, x squared, quick lang natin na review ha, para
Yes,
lang
sir.
ma-refresh kayo. So x squared will be lambda squared x squared, xy, so lambda x times lambda y squared, lambda squared, y squared, all over, x will be lambda x, y will be lambda y. And then factoring, di ba, may nakita kayong lambda squared dito, lambda times lambda, lambda squared din yan. So common yung lambda squared sa bawat term. So factoring the lambda squared here, ito din yung kalalabasan niya. Ganun din sa denominator. So lambda x times lambda y. So lambda lambda is lambda squared. So merong lambda squared sa numerator, may lambda squared sa denominator. Makakancel natin to. Right? So
Lambda.
ano yung naging result? So lambda squared over lambda squared is lambda raised to 0. Okay. And ito naman, this is actually the given function. So bumalik lang siya. So kapag ganito yung nangyari, it means that our equation is a homogeneous differential equation. Dahil nga, given ka ng homogeneous functions as coefficients, tapos the same yung degree nila. Okay? So yan lang yung paano mag-test. we are not yet on the process of solving this differential equation. Ito ay testing lang. Okay? So by inspection, makita mo naman degree 2, degree 2, equal, right? So homogeneous DE siya. Kung sakali man na ito ay homogeneous function, degree 2, at ito for example, degree 1, although pareho sila na homogeneous function, but they are of different degrees, hindi na siya pwedeng i-consider na homogeneous differential equation. Okay? Here?
Sir,
Yes,
sir.
question.
Bali po yung pag-check po ng degree would tell us if pwede po natin siyang isolve as homogeneous equation.
Yes, dapat degree 0. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, clear? Dapat degree 0 yung ano niya, yung kalalabasan kapag nag-test ka. But by inspection, check mo lang yung bawat term. Pero kapag may constant na na-involve, ibig sabihin, X na yon, hindi na siya homogeneous dahil sa hindi pantay-pantay. 'Di ba? Kunyari, itong y squared. Okay, nakita niyo ba yung screen? Kunyari, ito ay 1. So, dun pa lang, pwede mo na siyang ma-eliminate yung idea na hindi siya homogeneous kasi 1 yan. Kailangan may variable na involved sa bawat term. Nakuha?
Oh, okay, sir.
Yes. So lahat ng term na yan, x, xy, y, mga variables yan. So ma-check mo yung degree ng bawat term. Tandaan niyo ha, we are looking at the variables, hindi yung mga constants, yung exponent ng variables. Okay? So now
Yes,
let's
sir.
go to the next page. Okay. Check ko lang yung time baka kasi mag-overtime tayo. So we will solve this. Okay, ito yung sinasabi ko na convenience. Kanina, di ba, we can actually use y equal to vx, or ano yung isa, if you remember? X is equal to v
X is
times
equal
y.
to...
Sa example na to, I used y equal to vx. Bakit? Okay, sabi ko nga, kung alin yung mas few yung number of terms or maiksi or konti yung number of terms. Okay, so pasensya na kayo, I have to speak in English sometimes because may classmate na kayo na ano, di ba?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir. Yes, you.
okay, so pero I'm speaking in Tagalog din, so sana maintindihan din niya. So here, so y is equal to vx ang ginamit ko. So take a look at the given equation. Yung dx, ang coefficient tayo sa polynomial, ilang terms yan? 1, 2, 3, right? Yung dy, ilan yung number of terms ng coefficient niya? Isa lang. Nagets? So
Okay,
dahil
sir.
sa mas konti, fewer yung number of terms ni dy, so I will use y. Gets?
Oh.
Ano yung convenience na sinasabi ko? Dahil sa, you will be replacing also dy. You will differentiate this and then you will determine kung ano yung dy, di ba? So v dx plus x dv. So kung ito yung gagamitin mo, if you will use x, anong papansin mo? Di ba medyo mahaba na siya? Ito,
Yes, sir.
dalawang
Kasi
terms. Yes.
tatlo po yung term dun sa
Exactly.
polynomial.
Okay? Nakuha niyo yung idea. So dahil maiksi ito, y ang gagamitin ko. Doon kayo tumingin sa differential. So y is equal to vx. I will differentiate this. So y dy. Vx is v dx plus x dv. Now the next step is plugging in these values. So mag-substitution na tayo. X squared, copy lang natin. X, copy. Y is equal to Vx. Lagay mo dito. Y squared will be replaced by Vx raised to 2. Dx, you just copy. Okay, minus X. What is Y? V times X. What is dy? Ito yung sinasabi ko kasi it contains two terms. So v dx plus x dv. So just imagine if this coefficient is more than two terms. So yung pag-distribute mo mamaya, yung pag-multiply mo sa kanila, medyo mahaba, 'di ba? So unlike here,
Sir.
single ano lang siya, 'di ba? Na distribution. Na gets? So what have you noticed here? In this line, dapat wala ka nang makita dyan na y because you already replaced it by ito, vx and v dx plus x dv for the differential. Clear? So the
Yes, sir.
equation here should contain variables x and v. Dapat wala ng y dyan. Okay, clear na tayo. Now, the next step is, okay, magic. So, ito na. We will just,
Manipulate.
yeah, algebraic manipulation lang to. So, x times vx is vx squared. Here, v squared x squared. Ito naman sa kabilang side, dito sa part na to is x times x, x squared. So, vx squared. Copy mo lang to. What have you noticed in this part of the equation? Common yung x squared, di ba? So, we will divide both sides by x squared. Okay, imagine niyo ha, we divide now. We divide this by x squared. Anong natira? So, we have 1, v, and v squared times dx. Here, sa second term natin, we have vx squared. Divide by x squared, makancel ito. What will remain here is v times v dx plus x dv equal to 0. Okay? So sabi natin, it will lead to separable dE or variable separable. You can separate the variables. So kinopya ko lang saglit and then I will distribute na yung dx sa bawat term. Para may makita ako, baka may makita ako na similar terms, I can combine them before I separate the variables. Okay, so dx times 1, dx, negative v times dx, so this and that, negative v times v dx, so negative v squared dx, negative v times positive x dv, so we have negative vx dv. So lahat ng coefficients ni dx pagsasamahin mo, kung meron ka makitang similar terms, pwede mong i-cancel na. So here, v squared dx minus v squared dx, we can cancel that, right?
Yes, sir.
Tada, ay na-cancel ko na. So here, ang natira is dx minus v dx and minus vx dv equal to 0. So here, we can factor out dx. Ang natira is 1 minus v. Copy lang natin to, equal to 0. So this equation can now be ma-separate mo na yung variables niya, right? And how to do that? So kailangan pure function of x lang. Kailangan pure function of v. So we will remove here 1 minus v. And this part, we will remove x. So divide both sides by x times 1 minus v. Ayan na. So makancel na natin to. So we have dx over x. On the second term, we have v dv over 1 minus v equal to 0. Okay, so ayan na. So integrate na natin siya kasi pure function of x. And this one right here is a pure function of v. So pwede natin siyang i-rearrange ito. Pwede natin iayusin muna. So pagpalit lang natin to. So factor out the negative sign. So you have negative times negative naging positive para mas mas malinis tignan at mas madaling ma-solve kapag positive. Nakuha? So inayos ko lang siya. Ito yung gagamitin ko. I will use this. dx over x plus v dv over v minus 1. Take note na naging positive siya because I have interchanged this part and factored out negative. Nagets? Na-follow?
Para maging positive siya, sir.
Yes. Okay? So I will use this now and then go here. So this can be integrate. Simple lang siya. Ito naman, so we can divide this. So in-isolate ko lang saglit to para makita yung division. I know that some of you know already this. So v divided by v minus 1. So ayan lang, divide lang natin siya. It resulted to 1 plus 1 over v minus 1. Okay, so I will use this. Ayan, quotient na. So here we have dx over x. And yung kaninang pag-divide natin, so this 1 plus 1 over v minus 1 times dv equal to 0. Okay, so the next part is you integrate. Integrate na natin to kasi pure function of x. This is just ln of x. Integrate 1 times dv is equal to v. Integrate this, dv over v minus 1 is ln of v minus 1 equal to c, right? Pero ang ginawa ko is, ginawa ko na siyang ln of c since pwede ko pa siyang ma-simplify. So to simplify the entire solution, yan, i-pattern natin siya doon ln, although yung isa dito hindi naman siya naka-ln. Pero majority kasi naka-ln, so you have to, kasi nga arbitrary constant siya, so we can do anything dun sa arbitrary constant para ma-simplify yung entire solution. Okay, so having written this, Okay, yung property kanina, guys, going back here. So ln of x plus ln of v, you can combine them. So yung product na property, so naging x times v minus 1 plus v equal to ln of c. So by doing the inverse of ln or by anti-ln, we can be able to remove, di ba, yung logarithmic na function, di ba? Here na expression. So we have ito, it is equal lang sa e raised to ln of x times v minus 1 times e raised to v. So having written in this format, ayan, inverse na siya, di ba? Inverse ng ln, so, or anti-ln. So naging result is x times v minus 1 times e raised to v equal to c. Okay. Ito na ba yung final answer? Ha? This is not the final answer
Yes po.
yet. Okay? Kasi
Not
v
yet.
yung di ba we did substitution, so we have to bring back the original variable. So sabi natin y is equal to v times x. So you should replace v here equal to y over x. Ganun lang. So algebraic manipulation lang. Plug it in here. So v will be replaced by y over x. And ganun din dito. So tas simplify lang natin. Okay. Ayan. So, di ba kanina y over x minus 1? So, just put them into one fraction. So, naging y minus x over x. You can cancel x. Kaya ito na naging result natin. You just copy this expression. That's the final answer to the first example. Okay, any questions? If you have questions, later you can comment in the video. Okay, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Okay, let's go to example number
Sir,
2. Yes, yes.
sir. What about yung e raised to v? Hindi na siya, sir, pwedeng gamitan ng property. Maging na lang siyang v.
Here? Dito?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes
ang
po.
ginama ko
Yeah.
is I replaced din yung vyy over x. So as is mo na lang siya. E raised to y over x. Kasi kapag gagamitin mo pa ng property, babalik ulit sa logarithmic, right? Nagets mo yung idea? So yun, enough na tong
Oh,
exponential. Gets? Kapag nag-ln ka pa both sides, babalik siya dun sa logarithmic. Okay? Clear? Kaya ito mas simplified na to. Okay? Clear? Unless you are asked to solve for y. So yun, transpose mo pa sa kabilang side. Ganun. Now, this is the general solution. And then let's go to example number 2. Actually, dalawa lang yung examples ko kasi nga 40 minutes lang yung lecture natin. So I still have 10 minutes to finish this. Let's do this. Okay. Solve
we
the
can do
dE
this, sir.
xy dx plus, ito naman yung other way. So kanina ang ginamit ko is y equal to vx. Ngayon naman, ano yung mas konti? Yung number of terms. Yung sa dx, di ba?
X, sir.
Yes. So gagamitin ko naman is x. Okay, I will let x equal to vy. So if I'm going to replace x by vy, ganun din yung differential. Yung dx, papalitan ko rin siya. So I will differentiate this. So dx equal to, so how do we do this? Product rule lang, di ba? V dy plus y dv. Clear? And now plug in the given equation. So we have x naging vy times y. Yung dx will be v dy plus y dv. You plug it in here plus x squared is vy raised to 2 and then plus y squared, copy mo lang siya, and then dy equal to 0. So basically, the resulting equation contains variables v and y. Wala na yung x. Nakuha? Pag may x pa ikaw na makita dyan, ibig sabihin may mali kang ginawa. Or you did something wrong. Okay, so dapat variables v and y lang yung makikita mo. And the next step will be algebraic manipulation lang. So you combine them, vy times y, vy squared, you copy this. And then here you have, okay, last 10 minutes though. V squared y squared plus y squared times dy. Since common yung y squared sa bawat term, so we can simplify this by dividing both sides by y squared. This term divided by y squared will give us v times this, v dy plus y dv. This term divided by y squared is equal to v squared plus 1. 0 divided by y squared is still 0. You follow? Okay. So now we are here. You can distribute v here para makita natin kung may mga like terms. So v times v, we have v squared dy v times y dv is vy dv. Here, v squared dy plus dy. So actually, wala naman tayo nakitang like terms dyan, but we can actually factor out, meron, v squared dy tsaka v squared dy, right? 1 plus 1, 2, v
2.
squared dy. Okay, so ito na yun, 2v squared dy. We combine actually, and then we factor out dy, and then you copy this part. Okay, naintindihan niyo ba? Ito na. So v squared dy plus v squared dy is 2v squared dy. dy times 1 is dy. Okay? So separable na yung dE natin. We can divide both sides by, so what should be removed here? We should remove y. So you divide both sides by y. What should be removed here? Itong 2v squared plus 1. So you divide both sides by 2v squared plus 1. So dividing the equation by these factors will give us, okay, this one. Oh,
Skip out answer.
okay, so ayan na. Okay, here, ito na yung result. Guys, dinivide natin. So pure function of v, and this is pure function of y. So we can now integrate. So logarithmic lang na formula. So check lang natin. So u is the denominator. So u is equal to 2v squared plus 1. You differentiate this so you can see na satisfied yung kanyang differential sa taas. So we have 2 times 2, 4v dv. So you have v dv here. Ano yung kailangan mo? You need to put 4 and then neutralize by 1 over 4 outside.
1 over 4.
Okay.
Yes.
Nakuha na. So ito ay 1/4 ln of 2v squared plus 1. And the second term is just ln of y equal to c. Pero we need to simplify our answer, right? So since both of the terms, bawat term naka-ln, i-ln na rin natin siya. Okay, put ln of c. Since may 1/4 dito may fractions, you can actually put 1/4 here. And then we start the process of how we simplify. So we multiply both sides by 4. Ayan na, maka-cancel natin yung 4 dito. So it will give us ln of 2v squared plus 1 in here. So multiply by 4, naging 4 ln of y. And this side of the equation, multiply by 4, naging ln of c. Now that you have eliminated the fractions, ano napansin niyo? Lahat ln, di ba? Okay, we can combine them. You put this term into this format, ln of y raised to 4. Same lang yan sila, property lang. And then combine them, we have 2v squared plus 1 times y raised to 4 equal to ln of c. And this part now here is, yan, pwede na ma-simplify by doing the inverse of the logarithmic, which is the anti-ln or exponential. Ayan na siya. So we have 2v squared plus 1 times y raised to 4 equal to, tanggal na yung ln, so magiging c na siya. Okay, this is not your final answer dahil sa meron pang, hindi ito yung tunay na variable, di ba, ng equation mo. So you have to replace v by x over y. So you plug in here, so naging 2 times x over y raised to 2 plus 1 as is lang y raised to 4 equal to c. Okay, so you put this into one fraction only, so x squared over y squared yan. Combining them will give us y squared over y squared is 1. Nakuha niyo ba yung pag-simplify na to?
Yes, sir.
Put into one fraction lang. So what have you noticed? May y squared dito. May y raised to 4 sa labas. Y raised to 4 divided by y squared is ma-cancel, di ba? So may y squared pang matitira dyan. And you have now 2x squared plus y squared times y squared equal to c as your final answer. Or you arrange the given solution into this format. So y squared first, and this binomial here, 2x squared plus y squared equal to c. Okay, that's it. Yun yung solution ng example number 2. Now, if you have questions, you can message me. And ayan, ito yung susolve ninyo. You will do this. I will upload this in Moodle so you can have an activity there na pwede yung upload. Okay? So that's it for tonight. So thank you guys for being here.
Kailan pa saan yan, sir?
Okay, no deadline. Kailan lang convenient time ninyo. Pero syempre, you have to finish as early as possible so that you will not be piled up by so many works, so many activities. because we still have another lecture next time. I'll be posting again. Okay? So if you have no
Sir, wait lang,
questions,
sir.
Thank you,
yes,
sir.
yes. Are you copying?
Picturean lang po.
No, no,
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
I'll be uploading this. So don't worry. Okay?
Okay, sir.
So, thank you. Sino yung mga umattend ngayon? I really don't
Hi, sir.
know. Okay. Ayan,
Wala niyo
guys.
po.
Hello,
Okay, thank
sir.
you, sir.
Okay,
Zagan,
thank
sir.
you.
Zagan.
And take care,
Sir, mamaya na po
guys.
lalabas ng bahay,
Okay.
sir.
No,
Bye po.
Thank you.
no pressure. Okay, bye-bye.
Yes, sir. Bye-bye, sir. Thank you, sir.